The Hub Radio.
When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran up the digit, we ran up the money, we ran up the digit, we ran up that money, we ran up the digit, we ran up the money. We ran up the digit, we ran up the money, we ran up the digit, we ran up some money.
The prophets in the beginning were musicians. They were poets, writers, and that's what we've been tasked with in this life. Shit is, it's actually kind of humbling, you know?
Gangsta no live in a tenement yard. No. Good boy no live in a tenement yard. Too much watch it, too much so. Them chatty, them so.
It's influenced a lot of what we do. Like, our whole genre is birthed out of traditions out of reggae, number one. It's the essence of us borrowing from our ancestors, but recreating it and representing it. It's like that's who we are. That's where we come from.
We all vessels, right? We're whistles, the wind goes through us. We make the noise. Fuck all this pretty Sean Carter shit, nigga, ho! Sean was on that gospel shit. I was on the total fucking opposite shit. Stuff $1 million in a sock drawer. That's a war chest in case you need your chest knocked off. Y'all be talking crazy under them IG pictures. So when you get the hell, you tell them Blanco sent you. I can't take no threats, I got a set of twins. Those are just some words you never hear again. For the final time, you don't believe these fools. I never seen a worker rock so many jewels. Never. I never seen a runner with so many cars. Y'all couldn't stop me, you're not as tough as you say you are. My advice is just don't be too nice to niggas. Just set the price on niggas and live your life, my niggas. Once upon a time in the project. Once upon a time in the project.
The way the community is built, if you notice how the rooms all surround a courtyard setting. And that courtyard setting would be where a lot of the music was made. All of those things kind of encourage that environment of learning and, you know, music and all that stuff.
I was in fight mode, oh now it's fuck me, mijo. I was moving them kilos, help you move your peoples. You know, I feel like when I go to Africa, I feel like when I go, you know, my people. I love people.
Yeah.
Period. What's up?
You know, see me too.
Emery passed you niggas and he did a bid. Tata jumped over niggas, he like 5'6". Got the heart of a giant. Don't you ever forget. Don't you never forget. Jigga got this shit poppin'. I pulled out the pop when we was out of options.
Gangsta no live in a tenement yard. Good boy no live in a tenement yard. Too much watch it. Them so. Too much chatty, and them so.
Various musicians would have to come and audition and whatnot to try to get inside the doors, you know what I mean? And I'm sure a lot of them were turned away. So for us to eventually actually have ownership of this place is great.
Right, the Christmas lyrics, so when you hear them, you sound like a crispy biscuit. You come and jam down and Mr. Well slick. Ta bam bam, ta bam bam. In a bam bam, Dylan, Mr. Bam 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 bam. What a bam bam. Just freestyle bam bam, just like that. I didn't write it.
Man, that must feel good, like to make something so timeless.
Of course.
I was asking him about Jam Rock. I was asking him, did he know, like, the minute he heard it, did he know?
Huh? And he said yes. Did he say yes? Good music, it will last.
That's right.
It will last. It ain't gonna go nowhere. And even when I'm gone where I'm supposed to go.
That's right.
My daughter's gonna be here and say, that's Mommy's Bam Bam. You ain't going nowhere.
Powerful, isn't it?
Powerful.
Can't you see it's my ambition? I come to nice up the whole nation. What a bam bam, what a bam bam. I don't give a goddamn. Sure. When me come a dance, I'm a spliff on Guinness. Yo, crowd of people, go and mind your business. This a hunting season. Well, I tell you something, Caesar. cake and dumpling season. Spinners and dumpling season.
It was really powerful for me when I came here. This is music I listened to my whole life. My mom and dad, they like collect records and they just play music all the time. Wow, it was like a major source in our house. Like I turned to a kid when I came here.
Well, the Tough Gang name definitely exists long before me. That was my dad's nickname. We as a family have used it throughout the years. You know? This is like a great, a great part of the legacy.
That's strong. Full circle. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. You know, everything that's meant to happen happens. It's just it's what it is.
Don't play by the king,
We are live from the hub. I'm the Hub City Dre. We got Sadiddy Coco, 100K Day,
Mic on? I don't.
Juice Box Jesse over there. What's poppin', squad?
I think you need to turn me up. I don't
Okay,
think
you're not
everybody
up.
can hear me.
Hold on,
Can you hear me?
stop. Don't do that. We hear it. We hear it. You
All
don't.
right. You hear me?
Yeah, shit.
Like that.
To see if you can
Yeah,
hear
We're
me.
not
why would you?
amateurs.
Like for
It's a real radio station,
You gotta
Coco.
take care of it. You gotta caress
Okay.
it. You gotta, you know what I mean?
He really switched somebody else just now.
Who is
I'm a
that?
method actor. You said for me to be good tonight, so I thought I would just change my voice.
Oh, you gotta
Got
change your voice.
PG-13 Jesse in the house.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I'm
That's
so
right.
happy to
He
be here.
did tell me he was gonna be a little more
Mild.
muzzled and mild. I say muzzled. He said
Muzzled.
mild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Absolutely. I think that it's important to just have a diversity in everything that you do, you know?
I don't even know who this
like
nigga is.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
like, alright, niggas, I'm back!
Okay,
Hey.
wait. Okay, like can it be in the middle?
Nah.
No.
Is there like a
There
gray
has to be
Jesse?
One extreme.
There
to
isn't
the
a
other.
Gray area. Nah.
It's either, it's like gay or straight. You is or you ain't.
I mean, you could be
lot of
bi,
people
so
don't-
that's in the middle.
I don't believe in that.
Okay.
What? I ain't never heard that
Back
one
to
before.
the original Jesse.
Did you guys hear about Aaron Carter? Speaking of bi,
Who's Aaron Carter?
Who is Aaron Carter?
I'm
the
36.
singer, the brother to
Oh, Nick Carter.
yes. So that's Aaron Carter's brother.
Okay.
He recently came out
Of
and
what?
said that the closet.
Wasn't he already gay before?
No, he always dated women, but he said that when he was a teen, he
Got
had
fucked.
an experience
Got
with
fucked.
a guy and he kind of liked it. So he's basically bisexual.
You know what? I was talking to a buddy of mine. Help me with this because you're a woman. And I didn't know that when you're menstruating, like this ties in. Trust. When women are menstruating, if a man has sex with them, apparently this is what my homie told me, he can bring it down early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
I knew that.
See, right? I didn't know that because I don't have sex with women. But apparently, this is what I can do for dudes that don't know if they're gay or not. If they're on the verge of being gay, if I hit them just right, I can also bring down their gayness.
I don't think
I don't-
that's the same thing.
I don't quite know what the fuck you talking
Why would it not
about.
be why would it not be the same thing for me to bring it down out of a nigga real quick?
What are you bringing down?
The gay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
don't-
difference between bringing down a woman's period
Right.
and bringing down.
Is there like gay
sexual
juice that comes out of it?
I mean, my name is Juice Box Jesse.
All right, yeah, never mind. That was a bad question.
He
Horrible
was
question.
doing really good, and
My
then you
brand
guys
is
brought
already-
that out of him. So.
They brought it out of me.
FYI.
They brought it down.
Yeah, they did. Oh,
Oh,
yep.
well, see, I guess it
brought
just worked
down.
then.
Wow.
Okay, so
Alright,
switching
okay.
lanes, man, real quick. Hey, man, there was a great event this
Welcome, Nick
over the
Carter.
weekend. The Miss Compton pageant. I got a chance to host, man. Jesse got a chance to do the red carpet.
Met a lot
100K
of-
was there, man.
was in the
Brandon
house.
T was
I
in the
was there in
building.
spirit.
Then yeah, we know you were there in spirit, man.
You were also. Oh, never mind.
Congratulations to the ladies that did win. Malia Mason and
Yeah.
Brooklyn Pierce. Is it Pearson or Pierce? Pearson. Yeah, Brooklyn Pearson that won Miss Teen Compton, man. So shout out to those two young ladies. It's
Her
pretty.
second time running too.
Yeah,
Which
both of
one?
them.
No, I think Mason's her first time. But
Okay.
I believe Brooklyn ran last year and didn't win, so this year she won. So
Yeah,
way to get back in the game and
she
hit the
was
ball at the park.
killed.
super excited about it too.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, she cried and everything. Man. I'm
In
like,
my
oh,
arms,
that's-
she cried.
Huh?
She cried. I talked to
Aw.
her yesterday on the phone, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
No. No. Okay.
But just kidding. I'm gonna act white today and do like corny jokes all show. That's
Look.
cool with you guys.
Whatever floats your boat, man. So no, it was a dope event, man. What you think about the red carpet? Well,
It
how
was great. We had a good time. A lot of people came out there, bilingual people. I learned a little Spanish and shit.
Yeah.
Learned the difference between Nicaraguan and Mexican.
Okay.
So
Got a little
it's
history
important.
lesson too.
Yeah, it's important to know the countries and where they are on the map.
On everything. True
It
story
was
there.
good.
man.
I mean, it was great, honestly, because I was there and I'm not from Compton. So it was great for somebody outside of Compton to be in a city and see like where people. I mean, we know things are going on here, but people always, the media always has their own story.
Right.
So it's cool to have like just so many just like local folk mixed with like Congress people and and politicians and be like, this is what we do. Our city is awesome. These people are doing this, and so yeah,
it was a dope atmosphere and everything.
Yeah.
Everybody came together and congregated. It wasn't no BS. It wasn't none of that. No parents acted a fool when their child didn't win like last year.
They acted a fool last year.
They was tripping.
See, I heard about it, but I didn't like.
I didn't real. The politics is real behind closed doors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of politics.
Speaking of politics, we do have a councilman, 2nd District, Isaac Galvan is in the building, man. So we're gonna get a chance to talk to him, man. He told me not too long ago. He's like, man, you should have me on, man. I'm like the most hated politician. I was like, yeah. Oh, bro, I don't know. We gotta talk about it. We gotta.
I wonder what makes him the most hated politician.
Well, we gonna talk about it, man.
I want to know.
We gonna talk about it, man. We gonna get into it. But he is putting on a backpack giveaway this Saturday, so we'll talk also about that, man, as well. But where was I going, man? I had a whole
back to the cheering. Y'all heard about Power?
No, what happened?
Yes.
The rest of the season got leaked.
I heard it got leaked.
However, though,
leaked
I heard it was leaked like somebody's phone is trying to record a screen and it just looks all bad.
Nah, you know what? One time I caught Power on Facebook Live on accident.
That's what people saying. Somebody was
and that's what they're saying. Like it's on Facebook Live now. Like,
see y'all day this morning. I'm seeing it on Snapchat. I'm seeing it on Instagram.
Oh yeah, once it's out there, it's out.
I haven't seen nothing on Instagram, but I don't want to write it on for me.
The rest of this season. So I think it's like 3-4 episodes or something like that.
I'm gonna watch them all. I'm gonna go on Facebook and I'm gonna look for them.
I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna support the show in its entirety. I'm gonna wait till it airs right.
I love Netflix just so I can binge. Like that's why I love Netflix.
This is just wrong.
Yeah, it is wrong. But you know what's funny?
50 probably did it.
50 probably did it because he petty.
Why would 50 leave?
They said because he want to leave stars. I don't know. He always does some antics.
He does something. He does something for.
But I did hear though that he was trying to get, I believe, 12 episodes for this season, but they only gave 10. So maybe he's mad about that. I don't know. I mean,
50's always gonna make up something. So. He's good at drawing up controversy and bringing attention to his product.
If he didn't say nothing today, he probably did. He's like
he's
always very outspoken. He gonna always say something.
Well, just like remember when we saw his tip in one of those episodes, he was going off saying they didn't have my approval, blah blah blah. 50 Cent.
We saw his tip.
Yeah.
What episode was that?
I don't remember. It was from last season.
Because I have Amazon.
Jesse is his fingertip.
I'm trying to see this real shit.
Yeah, it was really his penis, and
shit.
They were even saying like the other producers like,
well,
no,
hold on, Coco.
What
was it like, nigga?
I mean, it was a black.
So hey.
Okay,
so listen.
Okay. Well, hold on though. I'm gonna say this because I know that from having a couple credits in television, that in order for somebody to leak some shit, they have to have access to it originally.
Oh, I was already thinking somebody worked for Stars.
Yeah, it gotta be somebody.
I mean, he filmed it. He filmed whatever that shot was. So that's why.
No, you're talking about all the
like whoever can leak it.
We're off that.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
oh,
they
yeah.
have to be. Yeah, I'm saying. You said move on, so I moved on.
I had jumped.
It's your show. Shit, you told me to move on.
Anyway,
listen, let me pull this up real quick. I saw this on Instagram. It says who fucks up the record more by talking on it? Diddy, Khaled, DJ Clue, or Birdman?
Whose album sells the most?
I'm going with Khaled too. He's the most annoying.
Because actually on Wild Thoughts, when I first heard the song, I had to change it at the end because DJ Khaled, he said like 10 times. I was so angry.
Branding.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you only gotta say
we
like once
the
or
best,
twice.
nigga.
It's annoying.
He's annoying. Diddy swags the record. I like
the
when
way
Birdman
Diddy
talk shit on the record too.
I don't
love
like
Sometimes he
talk
does
shit.
it for too long.
I'm voting on Birdman on this one.
Oh no,
Birdman has to come off the record, man.
Swag, man.
Birdman has to come off the record. I haven't heard Clue on anything in a long time.
Diddy's on this list though.
Oh no, Diddy.
He's not annoying.
He's more in the videos than he's on the tracks, right?
I'm thinking he's on both.
No.
Video.
More so back in the day before
he
the
just
Suge
kind of
Knight
says
reign.
bad boy,
Take that.
You know what
I mean, but it's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I don't know. I like that.
Can't stop, won't stop.
And DJ Clue just dropped bombs. 50 words and dropped bombs. So
So y'all going with Khaled?
Is that Clue?
Khaled's the worst. Mario, what you say? Khaled's the worst?
I tried my best.
Yeah. Birdman, see that's what I'm talking about. DJ with me on this one. Birdman has.
Oh, come on, y'all gotta come on, man.
You don't want the executive
Stunner is all swag, man. Especially when he used to go back and forth with Wayne on the track. I used to love that.
When he rapped, I mean, it was whatever. But like talking on the track.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when Wayne used to rap and just Stunner would come on there and just talk shit.
Oh, no, I don't know the specific. What did he say?
Can't nobody talk shit better than Stunner, man.
Okay. Well, I guess.
Can't nobody talk shit better than Stunner.
I just like when he makes the bird noise. That's all I like.
Ho, ho, ho.
That's all I like. Everything else I don't care.
Well, listen, man, we got a nice little jam-packed show for y'all tonight, man. Like I said, we got Councilman out of the 2nd District. Mr. Isaac Galvan is in the building. We also have producer, actor, and activist Clee Bone Sloan coming through, man, to holler at us today. Clee Bone Sloan. I was
Sound like you're from the South.
I know, man. I was like, I didn't even know your whole name, bro. Like, your name is Bone. This is what we know you as. Clee Bone Sloan. See how I respond to that. Hey, but yeah, he's coming through here tonight too, man. So we have a nice little show lined up, man. We should keep this thing going. We're going to take a little break, man. When we come back, we are going to have Councilman Isaac Galvan in the building, man. We're going to chop it up with that, man, next. We'll be right back. This is live from the Hub, and T, you can take us to commercial break. Y'all.
The Hub Radio.
Allow me to give you something to think about. Not everything that comes out of Compton is bad. I mean, we have Dr. Dre, The Game, Kendrick Lamar, Venus and Serena Williams. That little girl with the dream made an Aja Brown. P. Diddy couldn't have said it better. This is the fairy tale, man. And fairy tales do come true. Because we got millions of cats that are coming up with that hustling spirit and drive. They got that mention in that drive. Bill Lyons had that drive to overcome all obstacles. Bill Lyons isn't just a clothing line or just a brand. It's a movement. Bill Lyons is Compton. Compton is Bill Lyons. Respect the perspective. Bill Lyons.
The Hub Radio.
I'm like I've been hooked, they don't want now, fuck that, I'ma get back in, I can never left. I ain't never slept in a few days, and it's money on the line like two-way, and I got it top nines like Lupe, I'ma give it to him in the worst way, go. 20 hours, I'm 20 miles, I'm still climbing.
Coco's Lip Smacking Cupcakes offers custom cakes and cupcakes for every occasion. We proudly bake everything from scratch. With every moist and mouth-watering bite, you will be smacking your lips by the time you are finished. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Lip Smacking Cupcakes.
The Hub Radio.
Doing what you other niggas doing, what they moving. Ain't nobody flowing like I'm flowing, I'm flowing. You niggas bounce down, but now this only commotion. I'm about to start a commotion, I'm about to mix up the potion. Scientific notations, I'm about to blow us on.
Cleanup Man. We provide professional, affordable, dependable services from carpet cleaning and upholstery to flooring, 7 days a week, same day or by appointment. So call, text, or message 562-279-6488 for service as good as advertised.
The Hub Radio.
Facebook.
And we are back live from the Hub, Hub City Dre, City Coco, Jesse over there, Jesse Lewis the fourth. And we have Councilman out of Compton, 2nd District, Mr. Isaac Galvan is in the building.
Thanks for having me, my
What's
friend.
going on,
It's a pleasure
man?
and a privilege to be here today.
Glad you can make it.
Yeah, you know, we're on technically we're on vacation, but as you know, in Compton, we never really do get a vacation. So here I am, man.
Man, yeah, y'all
Here
supposed to be
promote
off on the month of October, right?
August.
I mean, August, yeah.
Yeah. Here to promote my 5th annual Back to School Backpack Giveaway that's taking place this Saturday at Looters Park. Hard to believe this is the 5th year I've done it already. Time goes by so fast in Compton.
Yeah, you gotta. It seems like your tenure so far has been going by pretty fast.
Yeah, it went by fast. You know, like the blink of an eye. And then last year, life happened to me, so that kind of got me, just put different things in a different perspective for me. And I know now that my time is very limited here, and I've always said that before. I don't plan on being in office right here in Compton for a long time. I plan on mentoring somebody else to ultimately take over, and hopefully that they continue the great work that I believe that I've started to lay a path for.
And what do you want to do next?
I'm not sure, man. My biggest priority right now is just taking care of my family. Like, I had such a, two things I want to tell you guys real quick. So, I had such a great time today taking my nephews and nieces back to school shopping. I had so much fun, man. These kids are funny. I took my little son with us, and we had a great time, man, just playing with them and them fighting and arguing. I just really enjoyed that, and it's something I haven't been able to be a part of for the last few years. And it was also interesting, too, because we have our summer camp going on right now at Looters, at all the parks in Compton. Right. But I stopped by Looters today, and I took my nephews and nieces and so they could play with some of the kids. And we do so much I do so many events right there at that park that all the little kids know me by name, and they're all trying to get my attention and play with me. And without me even realizing it, I was playing with all the other kids and neglecting my own nephew and niece, But I guess that's the way it goes. We sacrifice a lot. People don't really realize that. But it's just, the way it is. And I'm just excited to, be a mentor and a father figure to all of my nephews and nieces, because they are like my kids. So.
Now, speaking of kids, man, you got this backpack giveaway going on, and
yeah.
I thought it was gonna be on Friday, but that's you're hosting. Sponsoring one on Friday, but you're doing your own on Saturday.
Yeah, so I'm doing my own, my 5th annual one on Saturday at Looters Park, 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock. Free haircuts. We're giving away tablet notebooks, backpacks for all the kids, school supplies, socks. Kids are gonna get eye tests, and if they need glasses, they'll get their glasses on the spot right there. Okay. So it just gets bigger and bigger. Last year we did about 5,000 backpacks. We're going to do the exact same today. The backpacks just came in today, actually, and we're going to do the exact same thing Saturday. So it's good. I'm looking forward to it. But Miss Nunn is my girl. Like, I love Miss Cynthia Nunn, you know? So every year we always work together on all of our events. She didn't want to, she originally had hers penciled in for this Saturday too. But I told her, hey, Miss Nunn, I'm going to do mine, and I don't want to miss yours. So she changed her date to Friday. And I backed Miss Nunn up 100%. Miss Nunn's my girl. Okay. So Miss Nunn's always out there. When it was campaign time, Miss Nunn was out there getting everybody round up on the streets to come out and support me. So I love me Miss Nunn.
What are the ages for the drive?
You know what? We don't really like to turn any kids around, but
like high school
preschool.
Or?
Yeah, we got solid colors for the high school kids. So we just want everybody to come out, and we don't want any kid in Compton, whether they're in my district or not. We don't want any kid to not go back to school prepared to.
Because I want an iPad. I just want to say that now, and I can't see at night, so I want an eye test too. If that's possible.
You in school too, huh?
I mean, Compton College, does that count?
Oh, that's funny. You know what we tried to do too? I seen a story on the news about a month ago, and that there was a shortage of blood at Children's Hospital. So we tried to get the bloodmobile down here, but we just couldn't get it done in time. So I got to reschedule that for another time. But I think it's important to make sure we have enough blood. in case anything happens to any of our kids, that they get the blood transfusion that they need. So that's something I'm gonna be working on. Maybe we could do it together.
Okay, well, I'm on board for helping out the kids.
We should film that. You giving blood, right?
No, I'm not gonna give up my blood. I'm kind of.
Why not? You got plenty of blood, bro.
I don't like needles, bro. I don't really do too well with needles, man. You know?
For the community, Dre.
Yeah. So let's go back. Let's go back to Isaac Galvan.
So it seems like you do a lot for the community.
Yeah.
So why are you so hated as a councilman?
Wow, out the gate.
You know, you gotta define hated, and you gotta consider where the hatred's coming from, and who's putting out the hate. I mean, I was the only person to win without a runoff, so obviously some of my voters think I'm doing a good job, and you know, I take care of everybody's. Anybody that's ever called me and asked me for help, support, I've done it. Some people, like some of the maybe outspoken so-called activists, maybe may not like me because I will not allow them to use me as a avenue to make money for themselves, maybe. You know, when I first got elected to office, you know, we have the same people, you know, that come all the time, and you know, I wanted to give everybody a shot, but you know, sometimes people try to use your name and stuff to get money and stuff like that. I'm all about doing well for I'll support any cause as long as it benefits the community. But what I won't support is something that benefits just one person's pockets.
How did you get to Compton? I'm just curious. I mean, what made you decide to run for office?
Well, you know, I was a son of a single mother with 5 children. We grew up, my father was very abusive to my mother at a young age, so my mom left them. And we lived on Piru Street in Compton for all of my elementary years. And, you know, my mom was having no skills and having gotten pregnant at such a young age. She, you know, it was really tough for her to find a job. We were raised on welfare, obviously, of course, you know, and we just bounced around from city to city, house to house, because, you know, it was just tough for my mom to, you know, we were just basically surviving, man. Like, we never really had nothing at all. Our Christmases were 5 kids, so my mom started shopping for us in August. So from August on, everybody got a gift, you know, with her check. So you know, Chris, that's why I'm so passionate about the toy giveaways and the backpack giveaways and stuff, because the only way I got a toy on Christmas is if I stood in line overnight somewhere where they were having a giveaway.
But those are the reasons why you decided to run for office?
No. She asked me how I got to Compton, so I was getting the story back there. But I decided to run for office because, you know, I just thought I was tired of the living conditions that we were living in. I was tired of the lack of services that they were providing to the community. I felt like that we deserved better. I ran the first time with no money. I probably raised in both campaigns slightly over $10,000. And, you know, I beat an incumbent who was there for 14 years. All I did all day was knock on doors, talk to people, share what my plan was, and you know, I was top vote getter in the primary, beat her by 100 votes. In the runoff, you know, I won by like I don't know, 300-400 votes. And you know, I kept my word to the things that I promised the residents, and I think that's why I didn't have to go to a runoff this time. So.
Now, I read that you went to Santa Monica College, right?
Yeah, I did go to Santa Monica College.
What was your major?
I was majoring in business at the time, but I didn't finish college. I don't have a college degree, and I had to work and take care of my family. You know, my mom got very ill. As you guys know, she just passed away last year. She was battling health problems for a while, and you know, it's tough. You know, when you grow up in the hood, you know. And you know, I you know, when I had a printing business, I still have it to this day. You know, I could live somewhere else if I wanted to, but I choose to live in exactly where I live because this is my community. These are my people. Black and browns are my people, and these are the people that I want to serve, and this is what I want to do right now. And I want to make sure that before I leave a good mark, and I leave with real change, not just chatter and not just saying stuff and trying to put on a show.
Right.
Real change.
Now, you're the minority on a council where you're actually the majority, being a Hispanic male.
Absolutely. In
the city. How do you feel that you represent for the majority?
Well, I'll put it to you like this.
Because you're the only Hispanic male on the
I was the only Hispanic
in
ever
the first,
elected.
right? Yeah.
First ever elected, yeah. So the way that I see it is people try to divide our community, meaning black and brown, because we're the people that live here. To me, it's not really about that. All of my friends, the majority of my friends, like my friends and outspoken supporters and stuff are African American, and we can't represent just based off of race. My job is to represent the entire community of Compton, whether you're black, Hispanic, Chinese, Korean, which we have a lot of business owners that are Korean right here in Compton. It doesn't really matter. And, we're starting to get a strong Samoan population as well.
Yeah.
So it's just that we have to represent everybody. My door is always open. On my events, you'll see we have African-American kids, Hispanic kids. Everybody comes, and everybody gets treated the same because my mom raised me in the Christian church. From a young boy, she took me to church. We didn't have much, but we did have faith in God. And one thing that she always told us was that it doesn't matter, if you're black or brown or white, or because I used to always tell her, Mom, how come the little white kids have all this stuff and we don't? And she says, we have the love of Jesus, and that's more important than anything. So that's the way I try to serve. I don't just try to represent the Hispanics. I don't just try to represent the African Americans. As a matter of fact, every time that I've given endorsement for office, it has been to an African American, because I don't endorse based off of race. I endorse based off of who I feel is going to do the best job for our community, because we really need to get some good people in there.
Now, these council meetings.
Yeah.
Let's switch to the council meetings real quick. The council meetings are super lit. Compton City council meetings are one of the most dramatic.
Yeah, we have some. We have a lot of regulars that come and they prepare all week. So
how would you classify or describe a city council meeting?
You know what? It just depends. So when I was first in office, and you want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt on what they come and talk about. And if you think that sometimes their concerns, they really have legitimate concerns, and you want to help them, you want to go out of your way to help them. But then as you get to know some of the people and you help them and stuff like that, you come to realize that some of the people that come all the time, they just strictly just want to come and bash for whatever reason and stuff like that. But when we just have to make sure that we put the people's business first. I don't get personal off of anything that people have said about me. Some people come to the to the 3 minutes, right? We call it the little 3 minutes of fame. They come and they bash me, and it doesn't matter. Like, I get bashed all the time I used to get bashed all the time by Miss Kelly, Miss Joyce Kelly.
Yeah.
And I used to get bashed by Miss Cervantes and Miss Boone and them. But it's so funny because the second the council meeting's over and I see them outside, I give them hugs. I used to love it. Like, once a month, I used to really enjoy this. This was one of my favorite things. I used to take Miss Kelly and Miss Cervantes to El Pescador and Carson. And once a month, we used to just have dinner and stuff like that and hang out. I mean,
what were they bashing you for? I'm just curious.
Just different things. And a lot of stuff that it's funny because they come sometimes. A lot of the times, majority of the time, I'll say the majority of the time, they come with these facts that are not really facts, like different things that are on the agenda, and they try to explain how they got there, or they try to say that things are illegal and stuff like that. But I mean, everything goes through a process, a certain process that we have to do it. Some of the conspiracy theories, a lot of. So we make sure that we do our best to make sure that we do everything the right way. So, I love everybody that comes, and I really enjoy it. And I want to keep encouraging people to come out and make sure your voice is heard. And if you really genuinely feel that something is wrong, then please speak up about it. And if you just want to get stuff off your chest because you don't like someone personally for whatever reason, then feel free to get it off your chest as well, because we knew what we were getting ourselves into when we took these seats. So I'm not shying away from it.
One of the things that people complain a lot about is that the council doesn't get along at all, and they pointed to your relationship with Emma Sharif. Well, how would you characterize your
Well, Emma would have lost if I wouldn't have helped her. Emma was getting her butt kicked in the election, and I actually jumped in and helped her get elected. And she could tell you, if she wants to be honest, she'll tell you who really helped her get elected. My thing with I have no personal issue with Emma Sharif whatsoever. I will say that again. I have no personal issue with Emma whatsoever. But I think that maybe instead of trying to bash me for things that one time when I ran for Senate, and it was a good example. Somebody allegedly said that I used racial slurs directed at all of my colleagues, who I've helped every single one of them get elected. I endorsed. I was the only one.
So did you use the racial slurs? Because I've heard that several times.
So look, at Compton, it's hard to keep things a secret. If anybody did anything, you would think they would pull up. Everybody was saying, I'm going to have a press conference, play the recording. They had one, nothing. I helped every single one of my colleagues get elected. I endorsed every single one of my colleagues. I helped I gave money to every single one of my colleagues. and it was just, I didn't really, you know, at that time my mom was, she was in the hospital doing extremely, really, really bad. So I didn't really have a, you know, I just kind of ignored it, whatever, because I didn't really care too much, because I knew that it was just a political thing, me running for Senate, challenging the status quo and stuff. I get it. I'm not worried about it, but yeah, so stuff like that. And out of the blue, Emma, you know, demands an apology for that, you know, which they said it allegedly happened in 2013. So that somebody was so outraged they kept it quiet for 4 years, and then they want to bring it up when it's election time. It's just normal politics stuff, and I understand that. I get that. I don't hold that against her. I just think that instead of doing stuff like that and demanding phony apologies and stuff like that, and trying to do personal attacks on me, because the only thing that Emma ever did that bothered me personally was when I had my swearing-in ceremony. The day before it, she tried to put out a story that I did all this negative stuff about it, which got 6 Facebook likes. You know, nothing whatsoever, because it's not true. And she tried to just pretty much cloud my swearing-in ceremony, which is okay. She don't have to apologize to me, because I'm a grown man and I'm above that. But I think that if our job is to represent the community and our job is to serve the people, then rather than worrying about what I do on my personal time, rather than worrying about my personal feelings towards you, worry about your district. Worry about moving the people's business forward.
So, what is your stance on the weed initiative?
I'm a 1,000% against it.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
This particular ordinance, I'm 1,000,000% against it, because we are getting raped. The city of Compton is getting no benefit whatsoever. Up to 5%, the ordinance says that we can generate, which is ridiculous. Other cities are getting 18%. 10 to 18% is like the norm. What kind of a community partnership are they going to have? Absolutely none. A while ago, I brought the initiative to the table, and I stood behind it, that we should approve an ordinance where we get a high taxation for the residents, so we could you know, make sure that we get our fair share. Too often people come, rich people from out of town, you know, their ethnicity doesn't really matter. It just matters what their intentions are. But people, outsiders, come and they just want to rape our residents. And you know, the stigma of marijuana is probably worse than what the actual issues will be. We have 40 dispensaries right now open and operating illegally. They've been open and operating for years. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys pay attention to the council meetings. 2 weeks, our last regular meeting, I brought an item to the agenda to bring in a law firm with 5 U.S. attorneys in that law firm. Their hourly rate is about $1,000 an hour. They were dropping their hourly rate to $225 an hour to shut down every single dispensary. There was only one yes vote, and that yes vote was me. Somebody is clearly protecting these marijuana dispensaries. Somebody is clearly making sure that they are not getting shut down.
Who would be your best
Is it someone
assumption?
from your council, or?
There is only the one person's job who it is to shut down those dispensaries is Craig Cornwell, our city attorney. Now, I want to go on record in saying, I'm not saying that Craig is the reason why they're not shutting down the dispensaries, but I am going to say this. He has a lot of work to do as the city attorney.
Okay.
Do I think that you know, he's the greatest attorney out there? That doesn't really matter. That's irrelevant. But I think that he knows he needs help to get this done, and I don't think he wants help doing it.
So we had Pastor Michael J.T. Fisher here, and we interviewed him a few weeks ago, and he's actually trying to speak with your team about the marijuana initiative. And,
what team are you talking about?
Well, your council.
Okay.
He is not against it, but he feels like we should benefit from it, like the people of Compton. So, have you guys had an interaction?
I can tell you this.
Or is he only meeting with, like, maybe Mayor Asia Brown?
I think that's exactly what it is. But you know what? Allow me to rephrase. I don't know who he's meeting with. I don't know who he's talking about. I will tell you this. I think Pastor Fisher has me and him don't have a great relationship, and I'll tell you why. When I was running for the Senate, I've never met with him ever. Like, I've never met with him at all. He invited me to his church. He actually, and I really appreciate that he did that. When I was running for the Senate, he you know, before the council meeting, he approached me and says, hey, I want you to come to my church and talk to the congregation because, you know, I know that the Senate, and I told him, sir, you know, I really respect that, and I said that the way I was raised in church. My mom took me to church when I was a little boy, and it was a different church, you know, Christian church too, but you know, it was just different. So I told him I don't really believe in using the pulpit as a platform to you know, get political gain at all. And that's just a personal stance. I know people do it all the time. I have never, not once, ever went to a church to try to get votes, try to rally anybody. The only time I've been to churches was to just promote events and try to get the church, you know, to be a part of it. Like my toy giveaway, try to motivate people to come. That's the only thing. And then I believe he respected that. And then, you know, my brother, he got shot and, you know, he passed away. Yeah. And that was in February. And then you know,
our condolences too.
Oh, thank you, sir. And then my mom got very ill in June, and she was in the hospital from June until she passed away in October. So him and his assistant pastor called me several times and invited me to their church. I was just in no mental state to do anything, as you can imagine. You know, yeah. I loved my mom. My mom went to church every day. I just, you know, for a time I could even say that, you know, I questioned my faith and God and everything, you know, and stuff like that. So I believe that's what the issue is from. But when we had the marijuana issue that I brought up, he went and talked and went out and spoke about it, said that you know, it was all lies, of course. Said that I had people come to the pulpit and to the I guess you call it a pulpit, on the council meeting and promote marijuana. That's not what I was doing. What I simply wanted to do was for us to. And you could look at the minutes; it's all right there. I mean, it's.
So
simple.
you never supported marijuana?
Yes, I support the city of Compton benefiting from marijuana, but am I a part of this signature thing? I'm absolutely against it.
What about the referendum? Have you read the referendum?
What's that?
The for the marijuana initiative, the
yeah, that's
plans.
What I'm saying. I'm 100% against.
So you're definitely 100% against.
100% against that. I'm for the city putting our own ordinance in place where we can get the right amount of revenue from it, and so we can make sure. But let's be realistic and let's be honest here. There's the Hub Radio, right?
Yeah, let's go.
In the 90s, blacks, and even today, the blacks and the browns were the ones getting arrested for selling drugs and stuff. Now these other people want to come in and take advantage of our community by doing it legally, while all of us are all scared because years ago we were getting arrested for something that was illegal. Right. I mean, our people should benefit from this. People that got felonies back then for selling marijuana should be able to get their records expunged now that it's legal. Mm-hmm. People that African Americans and Hispanics that were signed underground should now legitimize themselves in cities that allow it. Again, let me make sure everyone that's open right now in Compton, I wish they could be shut down this moment. But apparently, you know, I don't know why the city attorney can't do it. I have no idea why he can't shut them down. They know where they're at. They know where they're operating. I mean, I don't know why. And when we're bringing in the other law firm, I asked them, how many have you shut down in the last 4 years? And then he said, I don't know, about 20. And I said, what happens? They just open up the next day. So how is it that in Beverly Hills they're not able to open dispensaries illegally? How is it that in West Hollywood they're not able to do open on illegally? Yeah. But why is it in Compton anyone could come in? You can go tomorrow to across the street and open a marijuana shop. You'll probably be open for 3 years. The way that we operate. It's funny, but it's the truth.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
So on a lighter note, what would you say is your biggest accomplishment as councilman in the 2nd District?
Oh man, you know what? I that's an easy one. The free sports for the kids. As a single mother, as raised by a single mother with 5 kids, my mom could never afford to put me and my brothers in sports at the same time. Right. So getting sports free for all of our kids. I just went to a banquet right now for baseball. We had about over 400 kids sign up for baseball. When just 2 years ago we didn't even have enough to have a baseball league. Our kids, we had one team in Compton playing another city league because we couldn't get enough kids to sign up for it.
So now what exactly is free sports?
Anything, organized sports at every park. I don't know if you ever played Little League as a kid, but we have football, basketball, baseball, soccer. What else do we got? Volleyball.
Like intramural in a sense, I guess.
Yeah. And then they used to have a fee to sign up, so the fee was usually between $40 to $50. So now that it's absolutely free, I think that's great. We have kids off the street in a safe environment, participating, exercising, in a safe place. So that's something I'm very proud of, as well as the park rehabs that we've done. Looters Park, we just approved a brand new vendor. We're going to have an exercise equipment at Looters Park, an exercise trail. We have a brand new $97,000 pool slide, brand new picnic tables, canopies, benches, barbecue pits, a brand new resurfaced gym, resurfaced tennis courts, new jungle gym on its way. Same thing at Wilson Park too. Exercise equipment outside, brand new outdoor basketball courts. We have all kinds of cool stuff going on right here, and this is the stuff that people I guess overlook, but they forgot what the city was like 4 years ago when we were one pay period away from bankruptcy.
Right. Okay. Now another question I got from the community was what are some things that you've done to strengthen the relationships between blacks and browns?
Well, you know what? I don't. You live in Compton, right?
Yeah, I'm in your district.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Do you see like tension between African Americans and Hispanic? Do you feel it?
I have before.
Yeah, but how about now?
Maybe not so much right now.
Not that bad, right?
Man, not so much right now.
Yeah, you know what I think? I think that just my personal opinion. I think that I think it's a stigma that was maybe had some factual evidence behind it, like in the 90s. But right now, like I said, my look at them right here, all African Americans. You know, we work together, we live together, we go to the same parks, we shop at the same stores. I mean, I don't really see it that much as a issue. African Americans and Hispanics going at it. I mean, I don't really see that. It's that I'm not saying this is a good thing or nothing like that. But the crimes that happen, they're usually the same race on the same race, which is I don't understand that. Whatever. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I just try to serve everybody and represent the entire community, and that's the way I started, and that's the way I'm gonna keep doing it. You know?
Man.
And if there ever is like real issues and stuff, of course I'll be more than willing to step in. But I can tell you this: I have a lot of older Hispanics that were afraid to go to the council meetings, afraid to go to City Hall, afraid to voice their complaints because they were scared that they were going to target them and something was going to happen. So that's one of the things that I inherited right away when I first got elected. Even if they were not in my district, older Hispanics were just scared of, they don't like to tell, they don't like to nothing like that. So I guess I bring them some level of comfort that they can come to me and I can work with them and help them and stuff. But I always try to hook up all my colleagues when it's their district. I try to bring my colleagues so they can know they can talk to them as well. And I'll say this: my colleagues, even though they're all African American. I don't think that either. I think I'm positive. I'm 100% positive that they serve their entire community as well.
No doubt, man. Well, we definitely appreciate you for coming through, taking the time to answer a lot of our questions, man. I wish we have a little more time with you, but real quick, man, this Saturday at Ludus Park at 10 a.m., man, Councilman Isaac Galvan will be giving away backpacks, tablets, haircuts. There will be school supplies.
Yeah,
man. Can I say? I have one last thing to say, if that's okay. You gotta
go.
You know what? This weekend was a good weekend. I attended Summertime in the LBC concert at the Queen Mary.
Oh yeah, that was lit.
I bought a general admission ticket, and I was able to sneak around. And
you called contact?
I didn't. I just was able to sneak around. I bought a general admission ticket to see Kendrick Lamar on Sunday, and I was just so proud and so inspired. Like at the Kendrick Lamar one, like I was almost like somewhat brought to tears. Let me tell you why. I wasn't drunk or nothing like that. It was just very touching to me. When I went to the Summertime LBC, DJ Quick was on stage, YG, both of our Compton natives and our Compton sons. And I believe they both put on the best performance of the entire show. DJ Quick's actually on tour right now. He's going to be at the Novu next Thursday at LA Live. So that'll be a good show if anyone wants to watch that. And Kendrick was obviously great at the Staples Center as well. And it was just so inspiring to me on Sunday when he was singing his song Humble. And then he just stopped singing, and the entire Staples Center was about 20,000 people were all singing his lyrics. Yeah. And I was just looking at him right there in awe, and I was like, man, these young, I'm going to call them all young, even DJ Quick, these young black men from Compton who were not supposed to amount to nothing are now on a worldwide scale doing it big and representing our city in a tremendous way. YG's always in Compton doing events. I know he does a lot of stuff with the mayor and stuff too. His mom is a sweetheart. She's always doing events as well. DJ Quick is always doing events with us all the time. And I know Kendrick, the stuff he does, he doesn't want nobody to know about it and stuff like that. But I know he does great, great stuff. And it was just great and inspiring to see them all out there. Sorry, I'm a little hot, but it was just really rewarding. And it's a real motivation for me to work harder to make sure that if there's any... to make sure that the next Kendrick Lamar, the next YG, the next DJ Quick, the next Dr. Dre get the proper support from the city so they can shine as well.
That part, man. We're going to take a break, man. Again, this Saturday, go up to Ludus Park. Make sure your children get their backpacks, their tablets, their haircuts, and everything, and that they're ready for school come this fall, man. We'll take a break. When we come back, we have producer, activist, actor, Bone is in the building. I'm going to give him the whole name. Cleve Bone Stone is in the building, man. So we'll be right back with more live from the hub. Yeah.
See this? Yeah. Hey, I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. Finesse a nigga with some counterfeits, but now I'm counting this. Parmesan where my accountant lives. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. Ooh, that pussy good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds? I get way too petty once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block, then break it down. We playing Tetris. AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. Piss out your per diem, you just gotta hate them phone. If I quit your BM, I still rock Mercedes phone. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest phone. My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral. Soprano C, we like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Bitch, be humble. Hold up, bitch. Sit down. Hold up, be humble. Hold up, bitch. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Who that nigga thinking that he frontin' on that man? Get the fuck off my stage, I'm the Sandman. Get the fuck off my dick, that ain't right. I make a play, fucking up your whole life. I'm so fucking sick and tired of the Photoshop. Show me something natural like Afro with your pride. Show me something natural like ass with some stretch marks. Still a take you down right on your mama couch in polo socks. Hey, this shit way too crazy. Hey, you do not amaze me. Hey, I blew cool from ACA. Obama just page me. Hey, I don't fabricate it. Hey, most of y'all be faking. Hey, I stay modest about it. Hey, she elaborated. Hey, this that great poop on that AV on that TED Talk. Hey, watch my soul speak. You let the meds talk. Hey, if I kill a nigga, it won't be the alcohol. Hey, I'm the realest nigga after all. Bitch, be humble. Hold up, bitch. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down.
We go and shoot a video right now. I tell them they had to come and see a piece of Trinidad Carnival. Make some noise! Trinidad and Tobago! Welcome! YG! Y'all know why, right? Take out to Florida! Here we go, let's go!
This is not just another dance song. Listen, baby, did you leave your man home? Cause I'm tryna party like I'm grown. I'm tryna get the lap dance with my eyes closed. Yeah, you're my type. And I'm starving, I think you feel my appetite. Can you live up to the hype? I be cautious, I clean you up with wet wipes. She a stripper, but she bad though. Got back on her feet, she was doing bad though. Made it out the struggle, I respect her hustle, yeah. Fuck it, put her in a mansion, yeah. Fucking make sure the rollie matching, yeah. If you an independent woman, yeah. Hey, Mercedes Benz, Celine bad. You ain't never got to tell, and she know she bad. Let me see you no pains. Let me see you poppin' like rubber bands. Can you make me feel like a man? Can you sit it all in my right hand? Pop, shake, pop, shake, pop, shake, pop, 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 shake, pop, shake, pop, William, but she still thin. I'm that nigga, I'm that nigga, I'm that nigga. Westside G, big sprinter, big tipper. Grab the ones, bring the liquor. Let me rap T in the baby, big tipper. J got B, and now my G. Pop that on me, and J got B, and now my G. Girl, pop that pussy on me. Let me see your no veins. Let me see you poppin' like rubber bands. Can you make me feel like a man? Can you send it all in my right hand? Pop, shake, pop, shake, pop, shake, pop, 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 shake, pop, shake, pop, 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 shake it, 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 pop, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake some. Go ahead, shake some till you break some. Oh yeah, twerk some, baby, twerk some. Go ahead, shake some, baby, shake some. All my independent ladies gon' shake some. Go ahead, shake some till you break some. Oh yeah, twerk some, baby, twerk some. Twerk, twerk some, let me know you want some. Hey, let me see your no veins. Let me see you poppin' like rubber bands. Can you make me feel like a man? Can you send it all in my right hand? Pop, shake, pop, shake, pop, shake, pop, 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 shake, pop, shake, pop, 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 shake it, 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 pop, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
That little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. Now she say she gon' do what or who? Let's find out and see. Cardi B, you know where I'm at, you know where I be. You in the club just to party, I'm there, I get paid a fee. I be in and out them banks so much, I know they tired of me. Honestly, don't give a fuck about who in front of me. Dropped 2 mixtapes in 6 months. What bitch working as hard as me? I don't bother with these hoes. Don't let these hoes bother me. They see pictures, they say goals. Bitch, I'm who they tryna be. Look, I might just chill in some babe. I might just chill with your boo. I might just spill on your babe. My pussy feel like a lake. He wanna swim with his face. I'm like, okay. I let him get what he want. He buy me East Saint Laurent in the new whip. When it go fast as a horse, I got the trunk in the front. I'm the hottest in the street. Know you probably heard of me. Got a bag and fix my teeth. Hope you hoes know it ain't cheap. And I pay my mama bills. I ain't got no time to chill. Think these hoes be mad at me. They baby father wanna bill. That little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. If you a pussy, you get popped. You a goofy, you a op. Don't you come around my way, you can't hang around my block. And I just check my account, turns out I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I put my head above my hip, I bet you dip, he dip, she dip. I say, I get the money and go. This shit is hot like a stove. My pussy glitter is gold.
And we are back live from the Hub City Dre, Sadiddy Coco. We got my man Jesse in the building. And we got our next guest in the building, man. This man is an actor, a director, a producer, an activist, former gang member, man, gang advisor, man. Y'all.
Not active gang member.
Non-active gang member.
Foreign don't count.
Non-active gang member, man. We got the man, Clee Bone Sloan is in the hub radio. I'll make some noise one time, man. What's going on with you, my brother?
Oh man, it's just loving life and trying to stay humble. And I appreciate you calling me on your show.
Man, I'm glad you was able to make it, man. This is pretty dope. We got something playing right now. Is that me? That is me.
I thought it was good sound effects you
Nah, yeah, I'm over here watching the trailer to another movie. I'm like, damn. No doubt, man. Boom. What's going on, man? Like, I actually got a chance to check out the resume. Now I know you just from in the streets, man. Like, your name is out here, man. You once came to our neighborhood. You did a documentary at the barbershop.
Yeah,
Dabo's barbershop. Yeah, man. And that's when I first actually met you.
Right.
But then I saw you doing like documentaries, and I was like, oh, he's doing other things than acting. I've known you mostly from Training Day.
Yeah, I know everybody said that.
Yeah, like
I've done 10 movies since then.
I did. I noticed that when I was reading the resume. That
that's a popular one. It's a cult classic.
Yeah.
Definitely American classic. So it's all blessings.
And I was bro, I was floored when I realized everything that you actually done, man. I didn't know you was a guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show, the Bill O'Reilly's, O'Reilly Factor, Larry King Live. Man, like, and you several movies. How many movies, man? It's been, 12 movies?
It's like 8 movies, bunch of TV series. I always play the bad guy, usually dead by the second act. You know what I mean?
No recurring characters yet?
Yeah, once or twice.
There you go. We were on Southland, right?
I kept coming back.
Yeah, I was on Southland for a minute too. Yeah, so yeah.
They killed me the 10th season. The final episode was they finally caught me and killed me.
Okay, gotcha.
I saw my career come.
So you lasted for 10 seasons in Southland, though?
5 episodes. The last.
Oh,
5.
okay.
Wait, what was your name? What was your character in Southland? You remember the name?
I think it was Moses or something.
Okay.
I was pimping out my daughter, pimping out my
Oh,
wife.
wow.
On the last season.
Yeah,
I played the hoe that told them where the dude was at. So I wonder if I was talking about you.
You might have been.
It was Ben and and Sean.
Yeah,
asked me as the informant, matter of fact.
Yeah, might have been. But Southland also as acting, I did 5 seasons as tech advisor.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So the original pilot was shot on Channel 4.
Right.
So always my job also is to make it authentic. I bring authenticity. Right. So I get hired behind the camera, in front of the camera. Sometimes this duality jumps off, but usually a lot of it is making everything feel, seem real.
That's Tech Advisor. That's what Tech Advisor does. You did Insecure, right, on HBO recently too, right?
I'm on Insecure.
Yeah,
Tech Advisor. Yeah.
Wow.
All the ladies love that show.
They got gang members on Insecure, or I don't want to know.
Yes, they do.
What, the one guy that lives in an apartment? The fake gangster?
I mean, I don't know if he's fake or not. I think in real life he might be fake, but on there I think he might be real. I don't know.
Well, we don't really see him too much, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. So they have an advisor for all of that kind of.
Yeah, because you realize we're shooting in Inglewood, we're shooting in parts of where a lot of cameras haven't been, so you got to come in
with the people.
I'm the bridge between the studio
and the streets.
The PR person.
Yeah, I tell everybody I'm bilingual.
Right.
I speak street and I speak studio. And so in the middle,
you the hood PR. Like, yeah, you want to go to the hood? Holla at my PR. Like, yeah, you gonna make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, but there's many levels to it. I mean, even so, all the way down to creasing your khakis. Real talk.
Right.
We don't talk about Crips, Blood, LAPD, sheriffs, and LA, which everybody's talking about now, especially. All this 90 content is coming back. That's my era.
Right.
So everything's people versus OJ. That's 90 content. The 90 content and 80 content is king right
and
now.
They came to holler at you about the OJ story to
what
was it?
I produced the director is Anthony Hemingway, and I produced their next series is Unsolved. The killing of Biggie and Tupac. There's a whole 8 episodes about that. And that comes on USA. I've been producing that too.
Man, now I want to.
Also with Straight Outta Compton.
Oh yeah, Straight Outta Compton. I was tech advisor on Straight Outta Compton. Got cheated out my producer credit. But that's another story. Right?
Oh man, we got to talk about that, man. How you get treated out the producer?
I'm just making the transition from tech, because most of that shit I really produced.
Okay.
But they hold you back. Well, we're gonna give you a tech director, tech advisor. But Straight Outta Compton was the last straw because my hand was all over that bitch.
Now,
real shit. So that was my piece.
Now I'm gonna go back to that, but what I want to do is like start from like the beginning. Like we know you, not an active gang member anymore, but you have made a transition to decide to go straight.
Yeah, my story is crazy, man, because I owe it all to the '92 riot.
That changed your...
Best 3 days of my life, 92 hours. No, seriously. I've been all over the world and the whole thing, but them 3 days, to this day.
Now, was it the 3 days itself, or was it the after experience?
The after experience was cool because we came together and all that, Crip and Blood shit, that was cool. But just the focal point of, all of a sudden this fucking spotlight is on South Central Compton and Watts.
Yeah.
And we've been going through a lot of shit, with the police back and forth. So this was like, it wasn't a riot, it was a rebellion.
Okay.
I never categorized it as a riot, it was a rebellion. And, it was a time we said enough was enough, came together.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing.
Now, I also found out that Jim Brown was one of your mentors.
Yep, Jim Brown used to come, he came and got me out of jail. He's the one who got me a job on the first set I ever was on. I was a production assistant. Jim Brown got me that job.
How did that even happen? How did you even meet Jim Brown? Because that's like a lot of people's hero, bro.
Yeah, Jim Brown was the original gang intervention before anybody. A lot of people was doing it when it was real dangerous to do it there.
Okay.
And he would come to us and come to the park. Jim Brown left us in his mansion for a week and left town. You know what I mean? And he would leave us there, and he started...
He trusted the hell out you, niggas.
Engaging us. And so his program, Amir I Can, was born out of us. We was the first generation to go through Amir I Can, which is a national organization now. So we were the prototype, the test dummies for Amir I Can, for Jim Brown.
Okay.
And then that kind of took off, and then the rebellion took off, and then Jim Brown got me a job as a production assistant. And that started it all.
So he got you a job as a production assistant, but when did you know that you could act, or that you even had a passion to act?
You know what? I was wanted to be a cinematographer, so I started studying to be a cinematographer, right? So I was behind the scenes. I was working on commercials. I was working. Matter of fact, my very first job was Smells Like Teen Spirit. The Nirvana. The Nirvana.
The Nirvana music video.
Yeah, y'all might be too young to know about that, but that was a big deal. With that.
I mean, it's a deal about TV.
I didn't know. I don't know nothing about Nirvana, so it's like.
Yeah, they were major back in the 90s.
So y'all young,
like Seattle, right? Like the Seattle rock, acid rock.
Yeah. They were definitely. It was all about NWA and Nirvana back in the day.
Okay.
NWA and Nirvana. And Nirvana's bass player, white boys from Compton.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a little trivia for you right there.
Right.
That's real trivia.
Do you still have a relationship with Jim Brown now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We talk on the phone. We consult. When we had an argument over that Trump shit, the whole thing.
An argument with Jim Brown?
I mean,
over Trump?
I mean, because he kind of went. I was like, man, why are you fucking with Trump? Like, what's the deal with that? And then, back and forth. But anyway, me and that's what Jim would do. He'd challenge you. And he's not afraid to challenge you and tells me, why you guys doing X, Y, Z? So we would always argue, hash out our shit, just like a real father. Just like a real dad. So it wasn't nothing fake about it,
Now, I know you made your first directorial debut in 1996 when you directed Bastards of the Party.
Got nominated for an Emmy for Bastards. Wow. Yeah. You think I'm a joke?
No, I'm not.
I don't even like this nigga next to me to keep it real. I got nominated for that. That was my first film. That took me 5 years to shoot that film, and I shot it on film. I shot it on 16 millimeter. Everybody's shooting HD now. I shot it on Super 16 with the 8-time. And it took me 5 years to do that film. My homies was laughing at me. Everybody like, what is he doing? He think he's a filmmaker. And and the first film I've directed, and I sold it to HBO and licensed it to HBO, and they pushed it for an Emmy.
Sheesh.
How'd you get funded for that? I mean, just
first
curious.
The first way I got funded, somebody gave me 100 rolls of film.
Okay.
They said, I was going up to the office every day trying to get a check, and
right.
This nigga's crazy. Like, here goes some film, but you gotta go pick it up way over there. Don't come back. Right? So I got the film, and then I found a cinematographer that believed in me, Haskell Wexler, famous cinematographer. He shot colors and all that shit like that. So I got the film, I called him, and then it all took off. But like I said, it took. Documentaries is a lonely world. The glory don't come until it's done. Nobody wants to really do it. It's not that much money. People cancel on you. So it took me 4.5 years to do that film. But when it all came together, it was a beautiful film. Very proud of that film, yeah.
So coming from the streets and everything that you were involved in your past, what do you feel like was the biggest challenge with trying to break into the industry?
Mine was like an evolution. So I was happy as a production assistant. Then I became a camera assistant. And I started banging the slate, you know what I mean? And then I started...
Wait, you started what?
Banging the slate, scene 1, take 2 marker.
Oh,
okay. Right there, banging the slate, putting down marks for the actors, putting film in the camera. So I was cool. with that. You know, that alone paid you like $600 a day. I thought I had made it.
No
with that.
shit.
See, I was cool with that.
Man.
And then from there, a director saw me. And it was a street commercial, Miller Draft or some shit. And he's like, yo, I think you can do this. And I was like, man, I can't act. He's like, man, it's just one line. My one line was, what's up?
That ain't even a line.
Yeah.
That's no commercial though, right?
That was 250,000. You laughing? 250,000 when I got this. So that right there, I said, whoa.
You can do this every day.
Yeah, so that kind of moved me from the behind the camera into front of the camera. And I was always fighting to try to get behind the camera too. So that's why a lot of times behind the camera, and a lot of times I'm in front of the camera. So, you know, pretty much that's what it was.
Man, can somebody turn that fan on low behind Jesse? We over here dying, man.
I'm a sweater anyway, so.
Yeah, man, we gonna need that fan on one time, man. Just low though. Yeah, man. So they gonna grind it out.
I'm grind it out with y'all. This is cool.
Now check this out, man. I didn't know that you worked with Kendrick Lamar on the album. You did a short film. The Mad.
I produced that film for Kendrick. I produced that Reebok commercial that Kendrick did. I produced that. Yeah, we shot on top of Tams and all that shit. Yeah.
And you did helped him with a set for.
They used some stuff I had shot for Kendrick's background set when they did the Yeezus tour.
Yeah.
So all those images you see behind Kendrick were my images I had shot. So yeah.
Bro, you working all over the place, my brother.
That's the challenge. Everybody knows the street shit. They want to talk about the street shit. I'm like, fuck the street shit. That's just easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to act the fool and do all that. That's just easy. But the filmmaker, trying to get respected as an artist, is kind of my challenge. Everybody like, oh, boom. You know, like whatever you think I am, but you have no. Only people know about my shit is white folks.
Yeah.
Brothers be sleep on me. Like my man here.
And what made you want to start doing film? Like, how did you get into that?
Like I said, it was the '92 ride Rebellion.
So you wanted to. So you knew right then when you was looting shit, you wanted to.
I got a job as a production assistant.
Okay.
They set me on this set, and I just started watching this shit. And first of all, when I was on the set, my very first job, about for 3 months, no one would ask me to do anything. They just gave me my check on Friday. I'd be like, I'll do it. They know that's okay. They were scared. Yeah. You understand, we coming straight out the streets. This is the first time this had been tried. It was 10 of us.
Okay.
And most of the guys kind of dropped off, but I was able to parlay it from production assistant to a camera assistant, and from that to, being in front of the camera, and from that to directing, producing, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
So literally, corny as this shit sounds, film saved my life. You know what I mean? It's really saved my life. I've been shot 4 separate times, and every time I had something going good in life, or I just missed getting killed, or just getting locked up forever, I was on the film set. One time they did this crazy raid in LA, and it was back grabbing the worst of the worst, and I had to be on set at 4:30 in the morning. So when they came for me, I was on set.
Yeah, that's usually the time where they come kicking in the door.
Yeah, I'm on set, and everybody's calling like, yo, they just ready to job. I'm like, what? So I said, I'm gonna keep my black ass on set.
Right.
And that kind of woke me up to like I could, I saw light. I said, I can do this. You know what I mean? I saw light at the end of the tunnel. So I tell everybody, it's a light out there. Look for it and go for it, man. Because my dumb ass can do it. You definitely can do it. Anybody can do it.
Now, you was a technical advisor for on the show or on the movie American Gangster.
Originally. Got fired off that one.
How you get fired off that, bro?
Attitudes. It was clashing. I was, that New York shit. I was out there in New York, and I was bumping heads with people. That was like, get rid of this cat.
But you got a chance to meet Frank Lucas, the real Frank Lucas.
I lived with Frank Lucas.
You lived with him?
Check this. The great part of that story, I got fired. I got to hang out with Frank Lucas, lived with him, and my job was to pull the story of how he took drugs from the United States to Vietnam. And he wouldn't talk to any of the white producers. And he kind of knew a little bit about me, and he started talking to me, so they're like, yo, get the story out of him. But eventually, we got the story out of him, and not only did they fire me, they fired the director, Antoine Fuqua, also. So they kind of fired all of us because the direction we were taking the film, and they didn't like the direction we were taking the film. But I got to hang out with Frank Lucas for like 2 months in Harlem, in New York, in Brooklyn, lived with him, the whole night. That right there was
what was it like?
He was fucking bananas. He was crazy, real shit. I mean, he
smart but crazy.
Yeah, old. Genius crazy, and he was an old man, so he was grumpy. He was mad about a lot of shit. So he would just vent all the time with me. Tell me about life. He was a hell of a dude, man. That was one of the best experiences I had.
Did you learn anything from spending so much time with him?
Yeah, crime don't pay. Your ass going to jail. You know what I mean? Nobody's smart enough to really pull it off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Amongst other things, and he's in bad shape. He's a paraplegic, and he refuses to have a wheelchair. So you got to carry him. He'll fall all down the streets. And, you know what I mean? He was just nuts, man. He was nuts in a good way.
Okay. Now, I was looking at over the resume, bro. You worked with some amazing actors, some of the actors that we really respect to this day.
The biggest stars in Hollywood. You can't kill me unless you're a big star. I'm telling you, that's my rule. I'll die if it's Denzel, Jake Gyllenhaal, Richard Gere strangled me to death. You know, I mean, most big stars, I always play the bad guy.
So with that said, does Will Smith kill you in this new movie that you in with?
I'm making through this whole movie.
Okay. Now we gonna take a break real quick, but when we take this break, we're gonna let you guys check out this new film that you guys that just did. It's gonna be released on Netflix.
Yep.
It's starring Will Smith. It's called Bright. It will be released December 22nd. We're going to take a break real quick. When we come back, we're going to come back and talk more with Bone, man. We'll be right back. Check out this trailer, radio.
Why is there a fair in the bird feeder again?
Good afternoon, officer. Fairy lives don't matter today. That's it right there. Now take the little homie out LAPD style like you do. Oh, and you keep doing all your gangster stuff. I'm just trying to sell my house. Don't worry about that. Everybody's just trying to get along and have a good life. All of the races are different. Just because they're different doesn't mean anybody's better or worse than anybody. Hey, where's the diversity hire? I got a dude in my car. I didn't ask for it, but the whole world is watching. Wood, okay, you don't like me. Man, I'm not out here to be your friend. I need to know if shit pop up that you got my back.
Can't hide it, Wood. Humans have physical tells. Like the face.
What's my face?
The human who needs a lot more conjugal love type face.
Do not wink at me like that.
All Westlake units requesting assistance.
3 Adam 9, show us en route.
Shouldn't we wait for the cavalry? We are the cavalry. What is it? That's a magic wand. This is like a nuclear weapon that grants wishes. That's whatever you want. You want to be taller or shorter? You want $10 million? You're not stealing that wand. You gotta get out of this neighborhood. They're gonna kill you, then me. And that's when the stupid shit's gonna start.
Not afraid of the dark.
The magic wand. We have to secure it.
I'm already knowing ain't nobody got my back.
They don't teach that at the academy. No, they do not.
I am not afraid.
They're gonna keep coming.
I am not afraid. I'm not afraid.
Let's do it.
Some days I can't get out of my head. That's just the dark side of me.
We might be in a prophecy. We're not in a prophecy. We're in a stolen Toyota Corolla.
Man, we are back. That shit looks fun, bro. That looks like a fun, like filming it looked fun.
Yeah, it's some science fiction mixed with magic, mixed with the hood, mixed with cops and robbers. They just brought all these worlds together. It's a trip.
And you're OG Mike.
Yeah, it's a metaphor for racism because we have other races here, and they click with black folks in the underworld because no one likes him. And he's the first alien cop, so he's the Jackie Robinson of alien cops. And they're gonna see if this thing's gonna work or not. Anyway, so yeah, they're pushing that one big time.
And that's on Netflix.
Netflix. It's been in the theaters for a while, and then they're gonna put it on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
$120 million flick. Wow. Yeah.
120 million. That's how much Netflix paid for. Is that how much?
That's what it took to make it.
Wow.
And they're predicting 100 million first in 48 hours.
That's great for you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean,
big time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said you're in the whole film, right? You don't die in this one.
I'm gonna die in this one.
Okay.
That was me in the beginning. I don't know if you
Yeah, it looks like you.
The neighbor, right? You're the neighbor.
I'm the neighbor.
Yeah.
I'm actually comic relief because all we do is argue back and forth.
Okay.
What was that like with Will running those lines?
He was cool. Will's good.
Improv and stuff, or straight on the book, or
they
just
let you improv. They
yeah.
hold you to it a little bit. If you go too far, they take up. But we had a good time.
Yeah.
Will Smith or Denzel Washington, best actor.
Best actor?
Best actor.
That's hard to say. You think lightly, I think wisely.
You work with both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. That's, two different worlds. It's kind of like, Marshall Falk, Reggie Bush. But they both are a hell of a
Who was funner to work with? Which one?
Funner? Will Smith like to slap box a lot. I slap box with him a lot every day.
You said Will?
Yeah, and he can fight. He can fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand?
Didn't he do that boxing movie?
Exactly. So he's still
right?
Yeah. He stayed thick. He stayed solid from that.
Will, I'm telling you, you run up on Will, you're gonna get surprised. I don't care what they say about him and all that shit. You run up on him, you're gonna get surprised. Trust me.
Did he get you into the slap boxing?
He got me once, but I got him, and that's why we kept going, because he wanted to get me back.
You gotta win.
Yeah,
you gotta win.
In front of the whole crew.
That's pretty
damn.
damn.
Right.
Yeah, let's kill this shit.
Right. You the star. You the star. You won.
No, but he was cool, man. He got 32 million to do that film. So every day he showed up to work, it was like a fucking party for him.
Yeah.
Fucking 32 million.
Yeah, when I did this with Denzel, it was so intense because that shit had never been done before. That Training Day shit had never been done before.
Yeah, that's still the classic.
And everybody, it was so intense because they were trying to shut us down every day. So it wasn't a lot of planning. It was like, we really got to be on our shit. Black director, black star, black crew. And then that was the first time we used real gang members. Yeah. It had never been done. We hired, I think, 337 gang members.
Method acting,
on Training Day.
And you provided that.
Yeah. Well, that block, I grew up on that cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And they kept saying, we need a dead end. We need a dead end. So they had hired me as an actor. I said, man, I got a dead end. They said, but it's got to be real. I said, trust me, it's going to be too real for you.
This shit going to be really real.
Yeah.
How was it getting the gang members to kind of cooperate
They all we all together anyway. They're my friends. I just got this job. It's like
you got paid.
Yeah, for sure. So,
yeah.
And then I always make sure that.
Nigga, we get paid for hanging out?
Yeah. But,
right.
But if you authentic, you from the hood, and we shooting on your block, I'm gonna make sure I get you 300 a day. Not like my man was getting 60 a day. I know what you're getting, right? So if you really from the streets and we're gonna project you on this big screen and use your neighborhood, whatever. Well, I can't pay you like just a little $60 extra.
Right.
So he's gotta make you a feature extra and give you 300 a day. So we might be on your block 8 days, 9 days, 10 days. So that shit adds up. So that's what make all the gangs fall in line. We did it with Stratton Compton. Everybody's like, whoa. And then gang members will police it better than anybody because they don't want. They want
ain't gonna stop that money.
Exactly.
Right.
And no neighborhood wants to be the neighborhood who's known who fucked it up. You know what I mean? Every neighborhood we went to and put our flag in, everybody was on their best shit to get this done because everybody says it can't be done. So that whole mold was started with Training Day and me, and that's how I created, and God created a whole nother lane for me. Like I said, if it's about the 90s, 80s, Crips and Bloods, you got to call me. You got to. You know what I mean? If it's going to be real. If it's going to be real. You know what I mean? Now, they didn't call me on All Eyes on Me. Y'all see what happened on that, right?
Shots fired.
Too many eyes on me. That's what I call it.
Man, yeah.
And I was on that one at first, and they got me off.
They got you off of it?
Yeah, because the way I wanted to do it. They was like, no, we ain't doing all that.
I heard they did that to a lot of people, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm not. Yeah, of course. They
did that to a lot of people.
Do you have any projects of your own that you're working on currently?
Do I?
Oh man, hold on. We gotta go. I gotta bring that one in though, because he's doing this one right now that I got a chance to check out. 25 minutes of it. Compton's Finest. He's doing a whole documentary.
5-part documentary series. Anybody see Defiant Ones?
No, not on HBO, not yet, right?
Okay, so it was a 4-part series. This follows that.
Yeah.
Right. I've been shooting it for a year. I started August 5th last year.
Okay.
We're in August now. And Compton's Finest is really the best of Compton, and it's really about G.D. Compton also, who this man was, how these 48 acres.
Now tell, like, I didn't even know who G.D. Compton was. G.D. Compton was...
Yeah, Dre's on that.
Dre's my boss on that.
Okay,
Dre's
right.
who I answer to on that. Yeah, for sure. So
yeah,
it's a 5-part documentary.
That's gonna be crazy.
Now G.D. Compton is the guy that actually bought the city of Compton.
G.D. Compton bought Compton for $33,000.
Wow.
G.D. Compton.
See, and you have to watch the documentary because the documentary actually goes all the way back to the 1700s.
Yes, this is the 1700s. This was called the San Pedro Flats first, and G.D. Compton bought the San Pedro Flats, right, and which was now Compton. Y'all want to take a break, or what y'all want to do?
No,
he was talking.
Oh, okay, all right. So G.D.
kind of get it quiet for you.
G.D. Compton, nobody gives a fuck about history, right? Girls like,
no, I want to know how he bought Compton. I want to buy Palos Verdes shit.
So he was G.D. Compton was amazing. Come from nothing, man. Dirt poor.
Black?
No, he's white.
He was white.
Dirt poor. Learned how to read when he was 16. He picked cotton with the slaves, side by side with slaves, because his dad was a slave overseer, not the master, but the overseer. And his dad got like a tenth of what every slave got, and only had 11 slaves. It was a real poor farm. So he stuck G.D. Compton out there with the slaves. G.D. Compton rebels and walks. He literally walked from Illinois to Virginia. Walked, right? And then he walked from Virginia to San Francisco. And then he kind of got some money in the gold rush, started buying up land, and he started buying half of Southern California was G.D. Compton. USC, the land that it's built on, G.D. Compton donated USC the land. So if it wasn't for Compton, there would be no USC. If it wasn't for Compton, there wouldn't be a lot of this shit. Trust me when I tell you this. And the land itself, the LA River ran through this bitch for over 1 million years. The land is super fertile. I don't know if y'all know that.
Yeah, I know.
Right, so G.D. Compton got world famous. He grew a pumpkin in Compton. It was 368 pounds. And he took it to the World Fair in Paris and won the whole World's Fair.
Yeah.
From Compton.
From Compton. The soil is crazy.
The soil is rich in Compton.
It's crazy rich. Then he comes back the next year and wins with 185-pound squash. Then he comes back the next year and wins with a 600-pound cow. Everything that he grew here went through the roof. Then he started selling off plants, because you understand, agriculture was the big shit back in the day.
Yeah.
So all the farmers were trying to get a plot in Compton.
Right.
And that's how he started selling off plants, and they started building these neighborhoods. Compton was an agricultural collective. And Compton is the first place that the first Methodist church was built. So it was the Methodist Agricultural Collective, and that was G.D. Compton's thing. Rich Land Farms.
Right.
That's why it's called Rich Land Farms, right? Because all this shit you grew out there grew big. That's where his farm was at.
And it's still like that over there now. My grandmother has a
If
spot
y'all
over there.
remember, maybe not, but 5 years ago they were fracking in Compton. Y'all know what fracking is?
Fracking, is that?
Fracking is the hydraulic separation of mineral oils, all the rich mineral oils in the ground. A company came here from Texas and they were fracking in Compton. That's how rich this soil is. And the environmentalists ran them out.
Yeah.
If you go down El Segundo, you'll see the cops there. You see all these white people kind of with this big thing up, and they were like digging and shit. This shit was all the time. And you'll see the sheriff right there with them. So they were fracking in Compton in 2013, 2014.
Where was that money going now?
That's how rich to
them.
the oil. Yeah, to the oil. They did a contract.
And there was no money going to the city, like revenue here or.
Well, I don't know details, but what happened? It was a lawsuit. They were suing each other, and they had to leave Compton.
Okay.
Like they had to leave Africa. They had to leave everywhere they come. And
Alaska,
this is why this is the one man's opinion. This is why Compton streets are so fucked up. If you frack 10 miles over here, it bubbles all over. What happened in Africa? They were fracking so much that they ran them out because it was creating these bubbles all over the land. So they've been fracking in Compton for 4 or 5 years.
Like possible
and
sinkholes, all that, right?
What the fuck is wrong with these streets?
Yeah.
I'm saying, my research is from the fracking. Real talk. So you know, I mean, that's what. So anyway, so G.D. Compton, it's about the land. It's about him developing Compton. It's about the whole evolution of Compton. Then it goes from white to black, and that's what the shit is defending.
Now, another fact that was in there that I didn't even know about, like Compton wouldn't even allow black people in it. They couldn't even sell land to black people.
Exactly.
In Compton.
They would sell it to. They would give if we wanted to buy land, we have to go to a white man like, yo, can you buy this for me? And you buy it and give me back the deed.
And a lot of white folks were helping blacks doing that, you know what I mean, at the time. But the Compton was if you had moved to Compton in the 60s and you were black, I mean, it was like you was moving to Baldwin Hills.
Yeah.
You had money. Because there wasn't nothing was moving here except athletes, lawyers, and doctors. That first wave of black folk that was coming in Compton. Your first African American, check out Compton. Look, Compton's got the first African American mayor, 1967 Dollar High. Compton has the first female African American mayor. I mean, African American female, Doris Davis, 1970. First African American police chief. Now, this is in the nation. Tom Cochet. First African American fire chief. I forget his name. First African American city clerk. All of this comes out of Compton. Those first. First this, first that. And that scared the fucking nation. Shit, I'm telling you what happened. So, back in the day, they used to always talk about, you know, y'all wasn't born there, having a chocolate city. Well, Compton was the quintessential true expression of a black city.
Yeah.
Right? And so Dollar High, they took Dollar High down, they took Doris Davis down. Every one of those politicians, they made sure they prosecuted for something.
Bro, that watching that documentary just was like it was eye opening to me, man. I was like, yo, this is dope because we should all know this if we even in the city. A lot of people.
Y'all don't give a fuck.
Man, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Most people don't. I mean, what happened between all that happened with the greatness and what happened today? I mean, what happened? What was the big shift?
You gotta watch the documentary.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. If you think about it, Omar Bradley just got prosecuted.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right?
Again.
All right, so
again.
They've been prosecuting since 1967 to 2017. They've been prosecuting black politicians here. You know what I mean? And that's their whole shit. Omar Bradley shit might have came up to $2,000, golf shoes, golf tees, a hat, a couple of jackets.
Yeah.
I mean, just some really, really outrageous.
And he just misappropriated the funds.
I mean, you can't even say he misappropriated. He was playing golf. That's what politicians do. Yeah. And what they do really, really well is they start making us believe that our people are really no good, and that's not the case. We're the first ones to believe all our politicians is corrupt and this and this and that. But this film, we're pulling back the layers. I'm going to show you exactly what happened and why they pulled the carpet from under Compton and why, since the 60s, they wanted Compton to fail because of black leadership. Anything in black leadership, they're going after. I'm going to try to debunk it.
Like Haiti.
Haiti. I mean, just say Barack Obama.
Yeah.
You see how much hate he gets. So it's nothing new. And like I said, they started with Dollar High. They prosecuted him 1967, and it's probably 100 black politicians in between there that got prosecuted. And we're sitting here watching Omar Bradley go through this shit over some golf shoes. And that's the true shit.
Wow.
Am I supposed to cuss on here or not?
Nah, you can say golf.
I guess you have now, right? Welcome to Compton.
Hey, now when can we expect this project out?
Next August. Next year, that's going to be released on HBO. It's a 5-part series. Compton's Finest is the best of Compton. I mean, people like that you have no idea it came from Compton. Kevin Costner is one of my narrators. Kevin Costner lived in Park Village.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin Costner. It keeps going on.
Yeah. George Bush lived here.
George Bush lived right on his address was 602 Santa Fe, right there on Santa Fe.
He was over here in the second.
Yeah. He lived here. So it's all these people. Pete Rozelle, who started the NFL from Compton in the Super Bowl. Oh, Hanna-Barbera. You know what Hanna-Barbera is?
Yeah.
Yogi Bear and the Flintstones are from Compton. The real shit. Yeah. He made those sketches at Compton High School. So all this stuff comes out of Compton. But this was, you know, I mean, the most. This what I say. Compton. I'll say Compton is the most influential 9 square miles in America because it has so much influence over America. I'll tell you something else came out of Compton. Legislation. The very first AK-47 ban came out of Compton. They was the first one to say we got to ban these assault rifles. 2 years later, the nation picked it up. All right. If you get in trouble, hopefully you guys won't, and you guys see people go get in trouble, and then they show up in court with their clothes on, right? Their regular clothes on, not looking like a convict. That came from Calvin Filer, who challenged the Supreme Court when he was 26 years old in 1982 and won. And then the nation picked it up. So now, if you get convicted of a crime or get picked up for a crime, you can show up in your own stuff. That came from Compton legislation.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? So I say it's the most influential 9 miles in America. A microcosm of America is Compton. Not to even mention the entertainment. We ain't gonna talk about that.
And sports, entertainment and sports, we got that.
It goes on and on. I think it's like 780 professional athletes. That was just baseball. If you go from the 1950s, something like that, it's something like 2,500 professional athletes out of 9 square miles. So
that's crazy.
So the metaphor was what's in the soil, and the soil produces all these great people. Dr. Dre, Venus and Serena, you know what I mean, G.D. Compton, all these great people came from humble beginnings. and that's what the film is about.
Now, can I switch lanes for you, man?
Yeah,
and go into some.
I'll start rambling about this.
Nah,
shit.
nah,
This is my
That's
passion.
great though. That's real stuff we need to know about.
This is my passion. I tell everybody, if it wasn't for film, I'll be in probably Inglewood Cemetery or Pelican Bay or one of the penitentiaries that we all go to. If it wasn't for film, this would save me right here.
Wow.
Now, a couple years ago when they did the Straight Outta Compton movie, there was an incident that happened at the burger stand.
What happened? Somebody what?
With Suge Knight.
Oh, I read about that shit.
Yeah. So can we talk about that? Can we get in?
I mean, you could. I'm listening.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know if we can go into it now. What got Suge behind bars now is a situation happening.
Let me say this, like Suge Knight, Terry Carter. I empathize and sympathize with both of them. By no means do I get any joy out of Suge being in jail. Definitely not Terry being dead. And I paid the price too, because that comes up. Even when they hire me sometimes, that comes up. They came when I did Insecure, they came from New York to fire me. But they couldn't because I had a contract, but that comes up. So that's a bad stigma that's on my record. And that's a bad stigma that comes along with me. So I'll just say this. All I can do is take self-responsibility.
Is there anything that you could have feel like you should have done differently?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
I should have walked my ass away from that shit. Oh my God, that's the worst fade. I never turned down a fade, but I wish I would have turned down that one. Real talk. So it ended up in somebody getting hurt, killed, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? I can just tell you, I fucked up. That's all I can say.
Hey man, I respect that and stand man
truly,
up to that.
Since we go on there and truly, right, there was talk about I had a gun. I didn't have no fucking gun. That was my walkie-talkie radio. On set, you gotta have a walkie at all times. So they tried to paint this picture of I had this gun. And so since we breaking it up for the record, no gun. That was a walkie.
Can I ask you what happened? Can you tell me the story from your words?
I mean, you can ask me a question. You know what I mean?
I want to know what happened. Like, what started the situation?
I mean, it's so layered. It's so layered. I'll just leave it at I'll take full responsibility for what I did. I'm working on my temper as a grown adult, and my temper has always got me in a little trouble. A lot of trouble to keep it G with you, and that wasn't no different. It was an unfortunate accident. Started off as a fist fight that turned into some other shit. Yeah. And I was knocked out half of it, so I really couldn't tell you exactly what happened. But
any advice for people maybe watching that maybe in the same situation, or?
Yeah, just walk away, man. I should have walked away, but I let my anger get the best of me.
Is it not gangster to walk away?
I mean, well, shit. I'll tell you this. If they would have been like, I'll tell you this. If someone would have been like, do you walk away, you gonna be a bitch ass nigga, or you don't walk away, you're gonna fight and have all this bullshit. I would have been that bitch ass nigga. I would have took that. I would have put that jacket up because it caused so much havoc.
Yeah.
It caused so much havoc, man, and it was a bad light on Compton. It put a bad light on the movie and the whole 9 yards. And just for the record, that wasn't on the set of Compton of the movie. That was the promo. We were making a commercial for the movie. We had already wrapped the movie. That was done. So this was going to be the commercial to promote the movie on the Oscars. So yeah. So I'll just say, yeah, man.
What the hell was Suge doing there anyway?
I don't know. You gotta ask. But he and I just never saw eye to eye all the way back, and that was my first time.
Yeah, I got a little history.
Yeah, got a little history. The world ain't big enough for both of us. However, you know what I mean. In retrospect, you know what I mean. I was, I just got out of control, and I gotta take responsibility for it too. I can't just blame it on Suge.
Right.
Terry, whatever. We all three were wrong, and God decided who's gonna live, die, and go to jail. I could just leave it like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, man. Real quick before you go,
man. Out here now, huh?
No, yeah.
Couldn't wait to get to that Suge question.
No, I had to make sure we touched on it, man. I was like, all right, I ain't finna focus on this shit.
You want to be real if you didn't.
Yeah, man. We wasn't gonna focus on it though.
Okay. There's a lot more to it. And like I said, that's my challenge. Nobody knows about that resume. You watch it and not know I had anything to do with it. Produced it, whatever. They just know about the street shit, and that's my struggle and frustration trying to get people to understand me. I'm an artist.
What would you tell someone now? What would you tell the old you? Let's say 20 years ago, 25, 30 years ago. What would you
move out the city? Get the fuck out of here. If I knew, then I would have moved out and left this. But like I said, I couldn't change any of it because I wouldn't have been in the film industry. If I wasn't a gang member, Jim Brown wouldn't have tried to reach out to me, wouldn't have got me a job as a production assistant. You know what I mean? So all those dominoes fall into the place.
So you wouldn't change nothing?
No, I wouldn't change nothing.
That's
I really wouldn't. I've lived a fantastic, amazing life. I'm a non-active gang member who's been all over the world, seen it all. You know what I mean? I'm doing pretty good financially. I have no complaints, real talk. And I say, if I can do it, please don't stop doing what you're trying to do, because my dumb ass can do half of it. Y'all can do all of it.
That part, man. Again, man, I appreciate you for coming through here, man. We actor, producer, director, activist, non-active gang member, man.
Let me say something real quick. This cat right here, right, Real Compton, right? This dude right now, all right. His first job was as a PA, just like I started.
Okay.
I'm straight out of Compton.
That's what's up.
He works out. Where you just leave from?
He's doing a Toyota commercial.
He works all the time. His life has changed too, all man. Real talking.
So it ain't just about you. It's you bringing everybody.
I got like 10 of those.
That's
working.
Hell yeah.
Blood, that's working. You know, that's all. But people don't hear about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've hired more gang members. I've hired more gang members in this city than anybody. I challenge anybody except for Homeboy Industries. I have hired more gang members than anybody in this fucking city within a 5-year span. I challenge anybody to that.
Man, that's something else to put on the resume, man.
Nobody talks about that. They don't talk. They don't want to talk about that shit.
You have a charity also as well, or?
I got a non-profit. I got a cancer foundation. I got all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
hey, man.
Find you, they look for it. It's on there.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all support this new film that's coming out, man. December 22nd. It's called Bright. It's gonna be on Netflix. It's starring Will Smith. It's starring my man Clee. It's Clee, right?
Yeah, Clee.
Okay. You sound like you don't like that shit.
I'm gonna hear it from my mama. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got my man Bone in there as OG Mike, man. Fuck that. That's what it is, man. Also, man, Compton's Finest coming out next summer. Next summer. 5-part series.
5-part docu-series. For sure, yeah, coming out.
No doubt, man. Again, we appreciate you for coming through. We need your John Hancock on our wall somewhere, man.
Man, I appreciate you pulling an old guy in here like me. This keep me relevant. You know what I mean?
This keep you relevant. No, this keeps you relevant, man. This resume keeps you relevant.
Young world. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I need to be in y'all lane too. You know what I mean? Because y'all the future. You see what y'all doing right now. This is groundbreaking shit right here. You know
man, I'm trying to swerve in your lane too.
Right,
man.
hire us.
That part, man.
We need some money too.
Hey, man, this is live from the hub, man. We gonna get up out of here because we all ran over our time, but shit, it was worth it. So,
absolutely.
Man, we out of here until next week. We'll be back live from the hub 8 o'clock tomorrow. Scumbag Radio at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and the tea time at noon on Friday at noon. They had John Sally in here last Friday.
Oh shit!
Smoking big weed, man. He was like, yeah, he's a hell of a weed supporter, bro. Smoking big blunts, man. Shout out to John Sally, man.
Well, you should have sorry that he was. You know, he was kind of sorry, man. I had to get that.
Oh, we out of here, man.
Kendrick Lamar. 2 first names, huh? The fuck is up with that? You know what DNA stands for? Dead Nigger Association. Yeah.
Views on police brutality with that line in the song. Hey, we hate the popo. Want to kill us in the street? Oh,
I don't like that. I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this, and born like this, immaculate conception. Not transform like this, perform like this. Was Yaoshu a new weapon? I don't contemplate, I meditate, then off your fucking head. This that put the kids to bed. This that I got.